Okay, so if you're someone who's been watching the channel for a while, yeah, you've been subscribed for a while, or you're into cameras, more particularly Sony's ZV lineup of cameras. But before all that, I just want to make it clear, I love my Sony ZV-1. Yeah, here it is, which I've owned since, I think, a little over 2 years now. Ang ganda nito for video shooting. Yung 4K videos na nanggagaling dito, especially for the price, is autofocus is top notch. But if there's one Achilles heel of this camera, is the fucking overheating when recording 4K videos. Now, to be clear, this is perfectly fine if you're just gonna be recording in 4K videos for like 5 to 10 minutes at a time. But in my case, since I record like lengthy 4K videos, about 30 minutes to 1 hour, it's quite inconsistent. There are times where it would overheat, like maybe 15 minutes into a video, and there are times where I can actually record in 4K indefinitely with it plugged in. So with that said, I'm actually gonna try and remedy this problem with the ZV-1. So I have a dummy battery, a SmallRig, which I'm gonna explain later why I think this might be a solution into lowering the heat coming from the ZV-1, and of course a camera cooling fan, which I think this was just released recently from Ulanzi. So what I'm gonna be doing now, mga kaibigan, is I'm gonna test out these three solutions at a time. So what I'm gonna be doing first is record in 4K for 30 minutes on my ZV-1, and after recording, I'm gonna be measuring the temperature, then do the same after that using these nuts. Ha!
Yeah, sorry, my humor is broken. Like these nuts.
So I'm gonna mount my ZV-1 here and record with the screen flipped open. So 4K 30 and 60 megabytes bitrate. And note then that the ambient temp in my room is around 27 degrees Celsius with the AC on kasi hanggang doon lang kaya ng AC ko. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so papalapit na tayo sa 30-minute mark. And so far, ang hottest temp dito sa ZV-1, 54. Masyadong nakikita nyo? Yup, 54. Dito, relatively cool. So yeah, yun yung magiging basehan siguro natin. 54 degrees Celsius at the hottest point. And I'm actually gonna be charging this for a bit and use this, which at the same time, I'm gonna explain in a bit why I think this might be able to cool my ZV-1. And we are back, mga kaibigan. So I've charged my ZV-1 for a bit. Let it rest. So this is a SmallRig for the ZV-1. Well, for the second. Mark II pala. No, ba't yung sinabing the second? Sobrang bobo ko dun. ZV-1F then. So one of the reasons why I think this might lower the temps of the ZV-1 is because aside from this point in the back that heats up quite a bit when recording, this is actually another point where it heats up significantly here on the tripod mount itself. And this is actually something that I've wanted for a really long time now for my ZV-1. Okay, so I admit I was wrong. I initially thought that this SmallRig is actually gonna screw in here and it will help in actually dissipating the heat from the screw hole to the entire rig itself. So I am already here, so might as well test it. Okay, so at least now I can access my memory card and battery without having to unmount my camera from the tripod. And at least the great thing with this, if you're planning on recording in vertical orientation, is you can actually just mount the tripod just here on these screw holes. So same deal, I'm gonna mount my ZV-1 on here, and with the same settings, record in 4K. I mean, regardless if this does actually help with the overheating in the ZV-1, I really like this SmallRig. It's very nice. And we are back almost 30 minutes actually, just reaching the 30-minute mark here on the ZV-1 with the SmallRig installed, and our hottest temp is actually about the same, 54, reaching 54 degrees Celsius. And next up is the dummy battery. And actually before that, just wanted to note that the SmallRig actually absorbs some of the heat from the camera itself, so it is just a bit warm here on the metal rig itself. So yeah, and again at the time, of course, it's fucking raining. So yeah, so stability, Type-C input, and intelligent protection. I mean, just hopefully this doesn't like explode in my ZV-1 though. And of course, if you guys want to buy any of the shit that I'm featuring in this video, then it's all in the links in the description. And everything's in Chinese, bro. And the thing with my ZV-1 is this actually doesn't have like a cable pass-through here, which surprisingly some cameras do have it for like the purpose of dummy batteries. Yeah, that's not gonna work, bruh. And I'm actually not sure like how much wattage this needs, but I'm gonna use this 18 watt fast charger. Okay, so now we're gonna try and record with the dummy battery at the same time with the SmallRig installed, because this is the only way that I can actually use this with or mounting it to a tripod. So again, same shit, same settings, and we're gonna come back in 30 minutes. Okay mga kaibigan, so we are back. 30-minute mark sakto dito sa ZV-1 recording in 4K, and our temps are actually around pretty much the same, 53, 54, 55. So yeah, nothing really changed much. I was actually expecting the dummy battery to significantly decrease the temps of the camera, but I'm not sure if it's with the length of time that I recorded the video. Kailangan ba 1 hour? Anyway, moving on na tayo sa next natin, which is the Ulanzi camera cooling fan. So ito naman nga ang Ulanzi CE25 camera cooling fan, which pagkakaalam ko, this is compatible with a variety of models of cameras. So nalagay temperature detection, friendly use, and lightweight. So ito nga yung spring mechanism, kasi may isa pang version nito na suction cup version. So yan, ganyan nga siya. Cute. I was expecting it to be a bit bigger, pero yan nga siya. So syempre ito yung on off button, tapos may display tayo dito for the temperature, USB Type-C, so very nice. So actually na-expect ko dito parang meron man lang heatsink dito na didikit mismo sa likod ng camera if ever ganito mangyayari. At least I think so. Yep, ganyan. Yan, so wow. And hopefully, actually ito na yung parang last hope para sa ZV-1 ko eh. Hopefully this is effective, actually effective. So, Type-C, yan, naka 1 speed. It is just a bit audible, 2 speed. Ako lang ba parang walang pinagkaiba. But anyway, gagamitin ko na muna to is with it charging at the same time. And obviously one of the downsides here is you cannot close the display on your camera when you're using this, so you need to remove it every single time you're gonna use it and stash it away. So still same settings as before, and turn it on siguro, yeah, to 2 speed na. Tapos currently nasa 34 degrees Celsius tayo. Okay, so we're almost at the 30-minute mark recording 4K here on the ZV-1. And if hindi nyo nakikita yan, that's actually at 38 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I didn't expect this thing to work this well, but just to be sure, I'm actually gonna remove this real quick. Okay, obviously there are spots where the actual sensor won't be able to detect. So the real max temp actually in this case is around 40 to 45, 46 degrees Celsius, which is a way significant lower temp compared to earlier, which is I think about 54. So I guess just one thing about this camera cooling fan is that the sensor is not all that accurate. Sorry, yeah, I got a little too excited there with seeing 38 degrees Celsius here, while yeah, in reality it's about 45 to 46 degrees Celsius max temp. So obviously in this comparison thing, where I bought 3 devices, these 3 things for my ZV-1 to prevent overheating, this is the most obvious winner here, the Ulanzi CA25. The good thing with the SmallRig is that this actually absorbs some of the heat from the camera, so I guess that's good. And to be honest, I was kinda disappointed with the dummy battery. I thought this would lower the temp significantly of my ZV-1. I'm not sure if recording for an additional 30 minutes is gonna yield better or significant results, but this is technically better to use since you're basically like powering your camera directly instead of it while charging and using it at the same time. For example, if you're gonna be streaming, this is definitely a good buy. So yeah, thanks to this, I can now use my ZV-1 extensively for 4K recordings, also for streaming with the dummy battery. So yeah, if you do own a Sony ZV-1 or any camera that overheats for that matter, then this is actually your best bet in, well, regulating the temperatures on your camera. Again, all the links to the products that you saw in this video will be in the description of this video if you want to buy it. And yeah, as always, leaving a like is the easiest way to support the channel. Consider subscribing if you like my content and turn on notifications for all, so you'll be updated on my latest videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Flip a bag, now I'm serving a Tesla. Going back, shawty with me, I stepped up. GTA for the ops, ain't no less stuff. Shawty born to be my angel, yeah, I'm blessed up. the stew.